Hi there everyone, good morning. It's Beth Kozik from Elegant Greetings. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Grosse Pointe Woods, Michigan, and welcome to our Saturday morning catalog copycat cards. I have a really fun card to show you again this week, but first let's take a look at the pretty card that I made last Saturday, and this was made with the Mountain Air bundle, which is available as a stamp set with a coordinating die set. And the bundle pricing, it offers a 10% savings. So this is a really nice set to make masculine cards with. And this was a lot of fun to make. So let's go ahead and give away this card. I want to thank everybody for commenting on Facebook and also on YouTube. I have all of your names here in my cup, so let's go ahead and pick the winner. And our winner this week is Patsy. So Patsy, I will put that in the mail to you on Monday. All right, so again, we're going to focus this week on our annual catalog. Our Stampin' Up! Annual catalog is in effect until May 3rd only, so we're getting into the final weeks of this catalog. And I wanted to focus on some of the really wonderful sets that are available in here. So today we're going to play with the Dress to Impress stamp set. And there's also a coordinating die set. So let me show you what that looks like. This set is so fun. It's very girly girl. So you can see there's a perfume bottle and a shoe and lipstick. So it would make a really cute Mother's Day card. I love the sentiment, be as bold as your lipstick. So yeah, very much a girly girl kind of a stamp set. And then here is the coordinating die set. So you can see here is that perfume bottle, and then there are some dies that cut out different shapes. There's some buttons. These are, I'll have to show you exactly what these are. These make buckles. So I'm going to show you some samples of what those do. Here's the shoe here. And then there is the lipstick. Here's a very nice kind of just a frame that we could put the words in. And then this interesting piece here, you might be wondering what that's all about. This piece creates this. These adorable little bags that can be made out of paper, of course. I used designer paper on this one. So it actually cuts and it makes all of the score lines to create these cute bags. Here's another one here. They're kind of like a purse. Here you can see that button. That is one of the dies. This is also one of the dies. And this one, the bag is simply folded in to be a little narrower. This one has the sides folded out to be wider. And remember that buckle piece that I was telling you about? Here's that piece. And we cut that out of our foil paper. So it makes what looks like an actual buckle. Isn't that adorable? So these are just two samples that I made. And all that we have to do to create these with this die is cut out two matching pieces and then score and fold all of the score lines and attach them together, and it creates this. So this was a project we had made a little while back, and I made some matching note cards that fit inside here with our 3x3 envelopes. Aren't they adorable? And just really simple. I put the button punch out in the middle of a couple of daisies, added some designer paper, and that was one of a shower favor, or actually a class favor that I had made, but it would make a really cute shower favor. So that's what this die set is capable of. It is so awesome. I just love it. And I sure hope it doesn't retire anytime soon because it's really a lot of fun to play with. So the card we're going to make today is this one right here. With the perfume bottles, it has a little bit of white embossing on it and some twine, some sequins. Not a difficult card. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm just going to keep it handy here on the side so I can follow along. We're going to use a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 Pool Party cardstock, and that's just scored in half at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of 2 by 5.5 of our basic white. I have a piece of 1 by 3 black, basic black, and I already used our banner triple punch to make a notch, so that's ready for the embossed part. I have a sample piece of our designer paper, which is our in color in Magenta Madness. I have this really beautiful shimmer ribbon that we have in gray, so we're going to use a little piece of that. And I have the Playful Pets twine, so this is the black and white twine, Magenta Madness ink, black Memento ink, and then for the embossing we're going to need our Versamark and our white embossing powder, which I have off to the side here, and then a little bit of bling. I have some sequins ready to put on the card. Okay, so what I did first to start is I took the die from this set and I already cut out the piece that we need, which is going to have our sentiment on it. So that part is already done. And then this piece is going to need to be cut just right in half like this. And I will show you what we're going to do with that in just a second. So let's go ahead and do our embossing. I have the Hello Fabulous stamp ready to stamp with our Versamark. So Versamark is just a clear ink. It's sticky, so the embossing powder sticks to it. And it's clear, so it's going to be not really easy to see what we're actually doing here. But I'm just going to stamp with that like I would a regular ink. So you can sort of see it's on there. And then before that dries, I'm going to go ahead and cover it with our white embossing powder. We just want to pour that right on. And then I'm going to give it a flick to get all the excess off. Oh, I see I missed part of the H, so I'm going to go back on there and add. Okay, that looks good. Now I do have a paintbrush here, so I can remove any extra little tiny flecks of the powder, because as soon as I turn on my heat gun and heat this, anything that has embossing powder is going to turn white. Okay, so let me get my heat gun going here. And this is just a piece of cardboard that I have covered with foil. And my heat gun is ready, so I'm just going to hold this down with a tweezer so I don't burn my fingers. And then this is where the magic happens. Turn this way. There we go, it's starting to turn white. And there we have our embossed sentiment. Okay, so that turned out great. Oh, I can see there's a few little white flecks. You can kind of see there how they do melt onto the cardstock if we don't remove all of them, but that's okay. All right, the next step then is to stamp our perfume bottles, and I'm going to use the black Memento ink. And here is our perfume bottle stamp. So the card has 3 of these bottles, and I'm going to stamp it a little bit off to the left side. There's one. And these are just kind of right up on top of one another. And the nice part with the photopolymer stamps is we can see right through the stamp as well as the block. So we're able to see exactly where our stamping is going to go. Okay, so there are my 3 perfume bottles. And then our next step is to take, it's kind of like a blobby looking image that is the fill-in for the perfume bottle. So I'm going to take our Magenta Madness ink, and we're going to stamp this right over the word perfume on each of these. Now in the sample in the catalog, it shows the bottom one is the darkest, so I'm going to stamp that first. And then without re-inking, I'm going to stamp the second one. So we're going to get a second generation, a little bit lighter. And then the third one, we'll get that third generation. Oh, that turned out so cute. So that's just a quick and easy way to get some variation with our colors. All right, and then I'm going to give that just a second to dry. And then on the base of our card, there's this little tiny stamp. It's kind of like a sprig, maybe. And I'm going to take my Versamark ink, which again is just a clear ink. And when we use Versamark on any color cardstock, it simply takes on the color of that cardstock as it dries. So I'll be able to show you this a little bit close up as soon as it dries. And I'm just going to add these. There's a few on the bottom left and a few here on the top. And I'm rotating my stamp each time so we get a variation in the stamp itself. Okay, and then maybe one more. And that should be it for the stamping. So I don't know if you can see. There are just real faint images here and here. So it's just kind of a nice way to get a kind of like just a watermark kind of effect. All right, and then we're going to take a piece of our satin ribbon, and that's going to go right along the edge of this piece of our basic white. So I'm going to cut that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of our Stampin' Seal on the back side, because we're just going to have that ribbon go right around the edge like this, and then it's going to be held in place on the back side like that. Okay. I'm also going to put a little tiny bit here on the front just so that will lay flat. Okay, and then this end will get turned over like that. So here's how it looks on the back side. All right, and now I think we're ready to add this onto our card itself. All right, so I'm just going to add some of our seal. I kind of want to put a lot along the edge so that it lays nice and flat, especially over the edges where the ribbon is. Okay, and then that's going to be placed here about a ½ inch or so from the left side. Okay, so I can still see faintly those little leaf sprigs that I had stamped. All right, and now it's time to put together our sentiment. So you remember I cut this part apart. This was our piece of our Magenta Madness designer paper, which I had die cut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some adhesive onto the back of what we embossed, like so. And then I'm going to line this up so it's just a little hair over, so that will stick to the bottom of the piece of black cardstock. And then this will be at the top, so same thing here. So that kind of gives the illusion, whoops, that tag is much bigger than it actually is. I have to get my adhesive a little closer to the edge here. There we go. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals, of course, onto here. So 2 should be just enough. And then that will be added right over the ribbon, kind of like that. Okay. And then we need a piece of our twine. We're going to tie this in a bow, and I like to not cut my ribbon or twine off of the spool until I have the bow made, so that way I don't have any waste. I'm just tying a regular loopy kind of a bow like that. All right, that looks good. And then I'll attach that with a glue dot. So I love this pop of color here. The pink is so pretty up against the pool party, the aqua blue color. Okay, and that goes there. Trim these a bit. And then our final step is to add some of our sequins. And this package has several different colors. There's kind of like a gold color, a peachy color, a red color, and we're going to use the aqua. So I'm going to use my take your pick tool and pull a couple of these off. Oh, I think I need to advance my U-pick tool a little bit here. Okay, and I think I'll put one here and there. And they put quite a few on the card in the catalog, but I'm just going to be kind of sparing and just do 3 like that. Okay, and then our final step is to use our bone folder and crease where we had made that score line. I like to do it from the back side as well, just in case, so I don't mess anything up on the front of my card. Okay, so there is our card. That is so cute. What a darling card, and I love the stamp set and the die set. So again, this is the Dress to Impress stamp set and the coordinating dies. And oh, here are 2 additional ways to use this stamp set. So here are the shoes. Aren't they sweet? We stamped them, cut them out, and then colored them with blends, and then added, I don't know if you can see the shimmer, but we added a little bit of Wink of Stella to make them shimmery. Here's another one with the perfume bottle. Isn't that adorable? So yeah, really simple but easy to put together some cute ideas with this set. Okay, ladies, so thank you again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Be sure to leave a comment so you have a chance at winning this card. And I thank you for joining me. Don't forget to set your clocks forward. And have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.